Guys, with the next on you by that one. Of course, on this day and attitude. Hello,
Hi, Zandile, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, Mr. Makwana. How are you?
I am doing so well. I cannot complain.
All right, let's just get on to the topic of discussion. Yeah, today.
All right. Today we are talking about building or developing competence and positioning yourself for opportunities today. Developing competence and positioning yourself for opportunities. As we head towards the end of the year, there's so much that maybe we have not done. There's so much that we have maybe left behind. And what we want to do is we want to finish strong. And we finish strong by focusing on the areas that we really want to develop competence in and waking ourselves up, to put ourselves in a position where we are able to get advantage or to grasp the opportunities that are going to come with a new season, to grasp the opportunities that are going to come in 2021. We don't practice in the finals. We don't go for practice in the finals. We practice before we can go for the finals. So what we want to do is, as we head towards the end of the year now, we want to set up structures. We want to set up, structures which are empowering us, which are enabling us, to succeed and to make breakthroughs in 2021.
I think that leads us to the quote for the day.
Our thought of the day, yes, is from Jaggi Vasudev. The thought is reading like, if you want to be successful, don't seek success, seek competence, empowerment. Do nothing short of the best that you can do. If you want to be successful, don't seek success, seek competence. And he's saying competence and empowerment. He said, do nothing short of the best that you can do. I think I like this one, and I chose this one intentionally because I know that all of us, we want to make breakthroughs in our lives, whether in our relationship or any aspect of our life, in our health, in our careers and in our businesses or just our personal lives. We just want to develop the peace of mind. And sometimes the mistake we do is we want to focus on the results but not on ourselves. We want to focus on the goal, but not on our growth. And like, one of the leaders in this space of leadership, John C. Maxwell, talked a lot about this, that don't focus on the goal, focus on the growth. He said, don't focus on the goal, focus on your growth. He said, when you focus on your growth, sooner or later you are able to grow into your goals. You are able to receive, the blessings that you are looking for because you are a blessing yourself. You are able to receive joy even from other people. Why? Because you are joy already. You are not waiting for people, to make you happy. So I think that what we need to do as we go to 2021 is that we are not only just going to focus on looking for success, we are focusing on developing the competence that can create that success and sustain it over time. Some people become successful today and tomorrow we don't hear about them anymore. The one artist make a breakthrough today, the next day we can't hear about anymore. Why? Because yes, they were successful, but they didn't focus on the competence and empowerment. They didn't focus on consistency, building structures that can help them to go forward every single day, every single year. Why? They were just focusing on success. But competence is what keeps you there. Competence is what keeps you going. Competence is what keeps you in the game, not just starting. You know, there are people who are good at starting and are not able to maintain that. Why? Because they have not developed the competence that can keep them in the game. That's what Jaggi Vasudev is talking about. Or for our thought of the day today, he said, if you want to be successful, don't seek success, seek competence, empowerment, and do nothing short of the best that you can do.
Okay. The first point says the study the trend. immerse yourself with new skills, information, and advance to be in the thick of things.
Yeah, study the trend because sometimes you are successful and you end up being out of the game. You end up being out of the success lane, not because you are not qualified, but because times have passed, systems have changed, the political area or the political structure has changed, the environment has changed, the economy has changed, and the job market is changing today. We are going to see, Zandile, towards the 2025 and beyond, thousands, if not millions of people are going to lose their jobs because they are becoming irrelevant because of the skill set change that is happening right now, because of the fourth industrial revolution. A lot is changing that if you are not changing, if you are not improving, you are not going to be qualified in your space. So I think the most crucial thing that we need to focus on is understanding that if we don't change, if we don't get better, if we don't shift, we are going to lose a lot in our businesses, in our careers, and in anything that we do. So what you want to do as you build your competence, as you position yourself for opportunities, you want to study the trends. You want to immerse yourself with new skills, new information, and advancements that are coming. You have to be on the gist of things. You have to understand what's going on around you. Many people today, they are becoming more and more irrelevant because they are not studying the in community that they find themselves in. They don't see what is changing. They don't see what things are improving. They don't see what things are not working anymore. So your responsibility is our listeners today as we head to 2021. There is nothing more that you can do than to study the trends, to immerse yourself with the knowledge that can empower you to make informed decisions, to empower you to be emotionally stable, to empower you to have self-confidence, to empower you on how you can present your ideas, how you can protect your thoughts. That's very crucial. So we want to challenge you today that as you build your competence, as you position yourself for opportunities, study what's around you. Understand the things that are changing. Understand the things that are improving so that you don't miss out on the goal.
All right. Second point reads, have a specific major goal in mind, which acts as your compass through your adventures in life. What do you what are you focusing on becoming? Be competent.
Yeah. One of the things that acts as an internal locus of control and focus in people who are able to make breakthroughs, as said by Brandon Bouchard in his book, the Habits of High Performance. He talked about, one of the very important elements is having something that is you look up to develop, something you look up to as your end game. Even in his book, Stephen R. Covey, his famous book, The Seven Habits of Highly Effective People, one of the chapters I like there is begin with the end in mind. Begin with the end in mind. When everything is done and dusted, how would you like Zandile to be like? What kind of Zandile are you creating right now in your pursuit on your day-to-day activities? What kind of character are you pursuing? What kind of emotions? What kind of behavior are you modeling every single day? When we wake up every single day with the end in mind, that the kind of the brand Makwana wants to build, the kind of business I want to build, when I wake up every single day with that thought of what am I creating? How far am I from this ideal person that I want to create, this ideal person in a relationship that I want to become? We become more committed and we become more focused when we have an end goal in mind. And building competence is about being very clear of the specific area in your life that you want to improve, the specific element in your life you want to cultivate, the specific skill set you want to develop, and the specific knowledge you want to acquire. So when you are not clear about what exactly are you becoming, what exactly are you modeling yourself to become, it's very hard for you to be competent, and it's very hard for you to position yourself for what? For opportunities. Why? Because you don't know exactly what you want to develop. So whatever comes, you will go. Whatever comes, you will be running because you don't know the kind of person you are striving to become. You don't know the skill set you want to build. You don't know the attitude you want to cultivate. And as soon as you move from that I don't know to clarity and say, look, in 2021, this is the person that I just want to become. I was telling my friend that my focus on 2021 is just to be happy. That's the focus I am in. That every single day, whatever that I do is in alignment with making me happy, is in alignment with making me a content person, a person who is happy to be where he is, but striving to become more, not beating myself up, not putting so much pressure that is unnecessary on myself. And once I know my end goal, it's easy every day to wake up and say, this is where I'm heading to. And it's easy to find people who can help me in pursuing that goal. It's easy to find information, to search for information that can help me to becoming a person of success, or a happy person, or a happy parent, or a happy brother or sister. It's easy now when you are very clear of the specific end goal in mind, which can help to set you as the compass through the adventures in life. We make plans, we make goals, and life has its own plans. So people who don't have the idea in mind of what they are becoming, what their focus is, what their end game is, it's easy for them to quit when life hits hard. It's easy for them to quit when people start saying things and nasty stuff, that people have to say. Sometimes you do good, they still talk. You fail, they talk. It's easy for you to give up when you don't have that major goal in mind. It acts as an internal locus focus of control, keeping you in line when life hits with winds from all sides. So that is what you want to do. You want to develop an end goal in mind. What am I becoming? And one of the things that you should focus on is being competent. I want to become competent, and you start developing skills and putting structures that help you to become a competent person. And that's how you can pursue. That's how you can keep on keeping on, even in the face of adversity today.
All right. That point says apply yourself. Additional learning without application does not build your experience. Learn and apply in a consistent manner.
All right, Zandil, I would like you to maybe share about this one on learning and applying. There's so much information around us every single day. And the challenge is sometimes we know a lot and there's very few application and it does not drive any growth and consistency in our life.
I think this one just it's more about to me rather. Um, sometimes we get to, like for example,
Yeah.
I what I study at school is not necessarily what I'm doing right now,
Yes, yes.
and that's what happens to most of us,
Yeah.
even you, Mr. Makwana.
Yes.
But in a way, I think nowadays we live in a time where if you don't practice what we have actually learned, it doesn't really matter. It
Yeah.
doesn't hold any substance. The more this is just practical, the more you do something, the more you get an aspect in it. The more you practice something over and over again. That's when you'll get to understand it more. That's when you get to know, okay, how do I maneuver when this is happening, when this is not happening. That's
Yes.
just like even at work, even right now, the more I do this business, that's when I get more comfortable at it. The more I listen to other people do that trust, and I get to think, oh, okay, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
So in a way, you get to practice, you get more exposed to different things and different ways of doing things.
That is very true. And I like the fact that you started by saying most people what they're doing right now has nothing to do with what they went to school for. And that means every person listening today, you have the opportunity to start anything outside of your qualification. Remember last time we talked about developing an evaluation mindset as opposed to a qualification creating mindset. That's what we are talking about. So in the third point, we are talking about building competence today and positioning yourself for opportunities. You can start acquiring knowledge outside of your level, outside of your field, and you can apply it. And as we apply, we internalize this learning. It becomes part of who we are. It becomes part of our character. And as we acquire more and more information, it changes and empowers us to become better and better and better. Knowing is not enough. We must apply. Understanding is not enough. We must expose our understanding. So I want to challenge our listeners this morning that it's not enough to say, I knew about this. I had ideas about this. I understood this concept without applying. As you apply yourself, you refine the skills. You become more of an expert. As you every single day, you do what I wrote about in my upcoming book, A Year of Growth. As you develop deep practice sets you apart from everyone else. You start to be more excellent. You start to be more committed, more productive, and you become better and better. Why? Because every single day you are applying yourself. Additional learning without application does not build experts. Learn, apply in a consistent manner every single day. Apply what you know. Apply what you know, and it will set you in a path where people look to you for solution, where people look to you for expertise, where people look up to you to say, this is a person that we can work on. And it means being the kind of person on whom others depend on, whether for leadership, expertise, acumen, or emotional support. You put away, put another way, being relevant means never worrying about losing a job or being able to find another, because you are valued, because you are relevant. And you only get valued, you only become relevant when you apply the information you know. We don't pay you for what you know, we pay you for what you do. Even today, as you wake up and go into work, you are getting paid for what you do, not what you know. So every single day, as you get this information, what you want to do is you want to apply it on a consistent manner. I'd like to say one comment from Orita Maraka Khoro are listening to the segment. Wow, it is powerful. Thank you so much, Mayor Orita, for joining us this morning. And let's go to our last point for this morning.
The last point says expose yourself to the people, media, and the platforms that can get your expertise to the relevant audience.
Yeah, because sometimes, like today, we are talking about building competence. That is, you being competent in your field and positioning yourself for opportunities, right? Some people today, they are competent and they are very good, but they are not yet on radio, but they have great radio skills and the voice. They are not yet artists. They have great music and they have great stuff that people don't know yet. Some people today, they don't have jobs, but they are so competent. They are good. They are excellent with the work they can do. As soon as they find the job, they can get promotion the next year. But people don't know them. They have not exposed themselves. They have not taken that craft out to the people. They are still in the safe heavens, safe shelves, not avoiding to cause a sin, avoiding to challenge any status quo. And what I want to challenge our listeners today is, you are enough where you are. You have the skill. You have the information. You have the knowledge. And this is the time where you need to start exposing your stuff. I meet so many people today, Zandile, through our publishing company, Prime Publishers. And someone will be telling you, I've always had this book for 8 years. I was just scared to take it out to the people. And as soon as they publish it, the media is after them. The interviews after interview, radio station after radio station, because of the masterpiece they've written. But if you don't expose your stuff, no one will ever know about you. No one will ever know about your expertise. No one will ever know about your information. And sometimes people not knowing what you do, you get stuck in poverty. You get stuck in suppressed by life, and sometimes not making any breakthroughs because people don't know you. So what I'm challenging you to do, our dear listeners today, is expose yourself to the people, the media, and the platform that can get your expertise to the relevant audience. The fourth industrial revolution is here. The technological environment is here. Social media is giving you exposure at the comfort of your office, at the comfort of your place, at the comfort of your cattle post. You need to start exposing your skill set to the people, to the media, so that they can use your expertise. And the more value you create today, the more information you create today, the next thing people are calling you and say, how much do you charge to do 1, 2, 3? Zandile, I've seen my life change from just an ordinary student to an international speaker, doing our tour next year to South Africa, Eswatini, and Namibia. That could never have happened if I didn't take the chance to use Facebook as a branding tool, to use Facebook as a voice for my craft. And that has changed my life to writing books and doing what I do. It all started with me making a decision. I want to expose myself to the people, to the media and the platform that can get my expertise to a relevant audience. That's what happens when you make a conscious, deliberate decision and say, I want to be competent this coming year. I want to position myself for opportunities. Take your expertise to the people. You don't have to be perfect to start, but you need to start in order to be perfect. You need to stumble your way to greatness, and you do that by taking your products, your services, your ideas, your knowledge, your skills, and your talents to the people through all available platforms. And my name is Makwana from Magaladao. My number is 74776196. 74776196. That is for today. We were talking about building confidence and positioning yourself for opportunities. Up until we meet again in 2021. Zandile, thank you so much for a great year that we have had on empowering your vision. And they should remember that copies of my book, What Amazing Employees Do, is available, and they can get me on that same number.
Thank you so much, Mr. Makwana. It's been wonderful. Yes, kinaliwe. Na are company 2021.
All right.
Like it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Uma.
You're welcome. Good
All right. Bye.